Everyone, how are you all? I'm Imam. Today we are gonna see KDE Neon Linux distribution. It's a Linux operating system based on mostly KDE desktop. So this distribution, this Linux operating system is pretty new. The KDE software, KDE developers, they wanted to have their own Linux operating system so that they can basically have better controls over different applications, and they could try out different applications on their own distribution Linux operating system. Basically they have better control what they want for their applications and what not. So if we go to KDE Neon, so that's the distribution we are talking about, Linux operating system. Excuse me. So introducing KDE Neon, the latest and greatest of KDE community software packaged on rock solid base. This distribution, I guess, they used as a fundamental base, they used Ubuntu for their base, like all the Ubuntu packages. On top of that, they basically built the whole KDE platform, so that basically, so far let's go through different features of this distribution Linux operating system, see how it differs from other similar Linux operating systems such as Ubuntu or Fedora, KDE Spins. So far, as you can see, the wallpaper looks pretty sharp and edgy, just like KDE. Modern look and feel, and pretty good. So we have here, let's first check out the menu. If we open the file manager, you see the icons are a little bit tweaked, so you can see all the icons are like uniformly matched and they look uniform to me. Like when I tried out Ubuntu before, but comparing to Ubuntu, it feels like a really KDE, like everything is KDE, feels like. And they are using where could we find, okay, so they are using KDE Framework 5.26. Now we are using KDE Neon. I guess this is the first version that came out, 5.7. I think the way they are naming the versioning, the operating system is same version as the KDE software platform. So so we are using basically KDE Neon 5.7 as same as the KDE platform software, as you can see here, KDE Frameworks. So for now, looking down in here, we have pretty darn good calendar app, calendar, and you can see it's pretty, pretty smooth and fancy. And when you have this tooltip, and it's pretty fancy, and you can see now we have with KDE Neon, you can even for audio volume control. You can even see control the volume for different applications, individual applications, as well as you can control the volume for different devices, playback and capture recording. So this is pretty cool. And we have Wi-Fi, airline mode, and speed details. Okay, nothing new there. And this looks, the icons are more like fulfilling. So it feels like so far it feels like they really worked on the icons, and everything feels like as you can see, different icons for different status for different devices according to the device status, whether we mounted the device or not. So they have worked on the end user experience. So we can, by the way, this is the live media for running from the live, so I haven't installed it on my hard drive. That's why it's saying here install Neon user. They have got different editions for KDE Neon. One is for developers, one for users. If you go to KDE Neon, they will offer you these two options: user editions, developer editions. So basically, if you'd like to have a stable operating system, you download user edition. Unless you would like to try out some latest applications, kind of unstable, then you choose a developer edition. By looking down in here again, we have clipboard manager. So far it feels sharp, nifty and smooth, everything. You have this edit contents. You can even edit the contents of the clipboard. You can show barcode. Wow, this is something new, I didn't know this. So you can invoke an action for each clip. This is basically whatever you copy, it will come over here, so you can see. So this is a nice feature of KDE, or by default, comparing to Ubuntu, you will not have by default a clipboard manager, something like this. You cannot find something like this on Ubuntu by default. You have to install separate applications to get something like this, which is good. Now let's look at the start menu or kickoff menu, where all the applications and favorites we can find. Okay, we have got by default Firefox browser, and we have got system settings, which is kind of like control panel. We'll go through that later. We have got file manager, and this for installing Neon. Under applications, under graphics, we have just a image viewer for viewing different images. On the internet, we have Firefox. It seems like a pretty minimal but complete. We have got by default VLC media player, which is pretty good. So they are sticking with stable applications, stable and complete. Seems like KDE Neon. So under settings, we only have system settings. Under system, we have again info center, which is kind of like a system information or system properties. Under Windows, cannot find maybe something like that on Ubuntu by default. Again, we have software center. We'll have a look at that later. And we have got system monitor, which is kind of like I'll show you all the different status of your CPU and RAM and network. things like that. So you have got different applications running. Okay, we have got, it's only using about 700 megabytes of RAM, even though I'm running from the USB pen drive. So the whole operating system is not installed on the hard drive, is actually running off the RAM. So if you install on the hard drive, the usage of the RAM will be less. But KDE by default, what I have found, KDE distributions such as Kubuntu and this one, comparatively, comparing to Windows, Ubuntu, they use less memory by default. They have a very advanced memory optimization and organization, the kind of cache and things. They do a lot of things under the hood. So they basically by default the desktop will use less memory. So now we have this. They have this question mark. I don't know. It's something to do with anyway. Now let's go back here. We have got terminal. Let's fire up that. Looks nice. The thing you will notice with this KDE, I don't know, I can't remember about Kubuntu, is that the fonts are varying for different depends on the context. The size of the fonts will be different. Like it's a little bit contrast. So you have this big fonts for size, for menu and all those things like that, and you have various small fonts for terminal command lines, which is good, I guess, for because it should show a lot of contents. I think that's the reason they choose to have pretty small fonts for terminals, so that when you log things, we can do logging and different command line outputs, so it can show more contents. So terminal looks nice so far. We have a donate button here anyway. Now let's go back to systems. We have wallet management tool. I never use this software. I don't know what it is, but they have included this with the KDE Neon. Okay, anyway, under utilities we have archiving tool. Is like a WinRAR or 7zip. It will, and we have an application. This is pretty new, to take a snapshot of your desktop, and it's called a spectacle. Okay, this is pretty cool. Take a new screenshot. So I think, yeah, this is pretty cool. And we have text editor, which is like Notepad but more advanced. So by looking at the text editor, you can see they have the fonts. The size of the font is same as the terminal. Is done small, and compared to the rest of the desktop. So maybe you might want to change that to your preference, and by default you have this also navigation thing going on, like you can scroll over to your entire context of your text easily. So this is pretty cool. Okay, you can change your tabbing and all the things. It's pretty advanced, this text editor. I think Kubuntu also got similar by default, but I can't remember Kubuntu whether they have added this by default or you have to. Okay, let's open something under the text file. KWrite, open some text file using KWrite. So we can find many of them under root. If we go to etc, there are so many configurations file. We can rpc, let's try to open this one. Okay, so as you can see, oh, it's pretty cool. See how it works? It shows the overlay of the text contents, so this is pretty cool. I think the developers, they focused a lot on this. This is a KDE. KDE always focuses for developers, so like advanced. They want to is kind of from my experience for last more than 8 years with Linux, and KDE developers are more like advanced people. They want to have all the features for desktop applications. They don't want to hide anything, but they have this user friendliness as well as all the features. So they, unlike they don't really focus on simplifying things. That's why the reason I'm saying all this, because as you can see, the default text editor KWrite is so advanced by default, so you can do so many different codings with this application. You don't have to download any extra text editor for coding your programming or any development. You can do all the things in here. It will do all the things for you. So basically, so let's have a look at now system settings, which is like a control panel. We have the first icon under appearance, workspace theme. We have the dark, and we have this by default breeze. I find, oh wow, now this is something new. I did not see this, I can't remember with Kubuntu. They have this new look and feel for picking your theme, desktop theme. You can pick oxygen, breeze, light, air, which is the old theme, and you have the cursor, which is dark. By default they picked the dark cursor theme, which is good for me. I like. Okay, under color we have different color options as usual. It feels pretty fast, and they are using Oxygen fonts and NATO Sen, which is again pretty good. They are not depending on any Ubuntu fonts. So this is a bug with cursor. Sometimes it just, anyway. As you can see, even the tooltip is like now moving, nicely sliding, like a gliding over with this new KDE desktop, which is pretty cool. KDE in general is they always innovate, and they introduce fancy features for widgets and windows and things like that, desktop applications. Okay, emotions, something happened. Okay, emotions theme. As you can see, with the emotion theme is like now pretty new. It was different before, and they introduced these emotion themes for Bridge. Before it was emoji one. This bridge got all different emotions, so you can, if you do chatting, you can use all these different emotions things. Application styles, which is like you pick widget style. So they have included Fusion. Okay, Fusion is like older style. Okay, they have included Windows 98, which is not exactly Windows 9X. Then they have included Oxygen, which is like the old KDE. I like Oxygen when they, yeah. Now window decorations, but yeah, they have this bridge and other. This is pretty cool. Bridge, okay, all good. Desktop behavior, desktop effects. Now so many effects you can choose from. Let's not bother that now. You can move your cursor top left most corner and it will show you this Windows overview as usual. Okay, okay, quarter tiling triggered in outer at the first. This is something new, I can't remember. Maybe this is introduced with the new KDE. This option, quarter tiling triggered in the quarter. Okay, let's move on. Virtual desktops, let's increase the number to 4 and 2. Apply. Now we have 4 virtual desktops. Oh, this is pretty cool. I like the new tooltipping style. It's zooming in, zooming out. It's fancy. So now you have got this screen reader now. Usability. Okay, I think they had this before. Window management. I think these are pretty bridge. Okay, winning screen, window rules. We have this new configure. Okay, classic preview. Okay, icon view. This is nothing new. We can find this in Kubuntu as well. Account details, wallet manager, new user, setting applications, file associations, locations, bouncing cursor, network setting, Bluetooth, input devices, display and monitor. Okay, they have got this they have included gamma as well, which is pretty cool. You can configure your gamma settings, audio devices, input devices, internal microphone, power management. Let's see the power management. Okay, same as before with the, see the tooltip style is now it's different. It's dark and the white outline, dark black, grayish black, dark grayish, and which is, I think, which is cool, looking nice. It's matching with the bridge theme. And the new tooltip, definitely this tooltip, they have worked on it. It's looking nice, professional. Yes. Okay, what else here? Okay, nothing. Okay, so far we have looked at the main things. Now let's look at the software center, which is the most important thing if you are not command line fan. This looks nice. Everything is organized. because with the new Kubuntu, the software, not Kubuntu, I guess, the software center is kind of a little bit found not very easy to I can't remember exactly. Okay, anyway, let's try to install something. Let's try to install. We go to accessories. Wow, this is cool. So it's showing you all the applications are available for you to try out. Let's try calculator, scientific calculator. Let's try out this one. This one is installing. So this one is installing. You go to the installing. So it shows you what all the installed applications, which is pretty cool. Okay, it's working. I mean, everything is working as expected. I mean, so far I just fired up this live CD, and so far it's installed now. Everything is working without any crash so far. Because normally this very tradition with a KDE based distribution is you'll get few crashes, like a not very dangerous crash, like the applications will crash randomly. It will not crash your desktop, it will not crash your operating system, but it will just there are just always random crashes with the KDE. Non-harmful crashes, the application will just randomly crash. But so far with this Neon, we haven't experienced anything of such. So we installed the Dix. Let's see if it's in the menu now. If we go under system, utilities, yes, it's there. So pretty much everything looks nice, and they really paid attention to all the theming, like style themes, and is professional, everything complete, and can expect a good so far based on this only 5 to 10 minutes running experience. I can tell this Linux operating system is kind of I cannot assure, I cannot say 100% surely, but based on this 10 to 15 minutes experience, for me seems like I would use this if I had to, because I'm already using Ubuntu and I have so many things already installed. I don't want to install a new operating system just to try out new things. But in the future, if I have to, I definitely consider this for my default Linux operating system. So you can see everything nice and cool. Everything is organized. Okay, let's try to do some desktop. Okay, here we have past clipboard contents, which is nice. If you click on this, they as you can see, refresh desktop, show desktop, add widget, lock widget, open with Dolphin, folder view settings. Let's add some few widgets. Wow, pretty nice. So far, not a single crash. I'm surprised. Maybe it's because it's running off the life or RAM, but so far. Folder view, let's try that. Bring it over, close that. All the icons and all the things, desktop theming is pretty nice so far. Complete and uniform look and feel. It will not let you overlap the widgets. And this is the new window switching. So we have this system. So I think that's all for today. So thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you guys later. Thank you.